morning, guys. My name is Nampumelelo Princess Dube. It is always a pleasure hosting you. It is always a pleasure to be sharing some insightful, motivational success tips that are going to help you on your journey to personal growth, that are going to help you on your journey to self development. I welcome you to live changing teachings with me, your host, Nampumelelo Princess Dube, the one and only Intokazi Yagadube. I hope that you'll be motivated. I hope that you'll be inspired by this video to change the way you see things, to change the way you use social media. Before we get to the business of the day, I believe that as a person, you represent a certain brand, whether it be a business brand or personal brand. I believe that as an individual, you represent a certain brand. That's why it is important to pay attention to the way you carry yourself. That's why it is important to pay attention.
Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa. And if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to see. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa. Honey, I'm a perfect 10.
That's why it is important to change your perspective of social media. That's why it is important to change the way you see social media as a tool. When in good use, social media can be a good advantage. When used in a bad way, social media can be seen as a disastrous tool. When used in good use, social media can be seen as an advantage. When used in a bad way, social media can be disastrous. So I would say that on today's video, you should be careful on how you use your social media accounts. You should be careful on how you use social media to your advantage. So, guys, I feel sad to see that a lot of people see social media as a tool to escape boredom. I feel sad that a lot of people use social media as a tool to kill boredom. I feel like social media can be used in a great way, and I feel like social media can be a good advantage to someone who knows the advantage that social media has or the potential that it has on a person's life. What scares me the most is that a lot of people are unaware that social media is our new resume. Social media is where most companies are hunting. It is where most companies are searching for potential workers. It is where potential investors have placed their niche. Have you ever asked yourself why a lot of people use social media as a tool to get through people? Have you ever wondered why large companies use social media to advertise their products? It is because they are aware that through social media they will reach higher consumers. It is because they realize that through social media it is where most people are found. You'll find someone using social media as something that is not useful. Social media can be useful to you if you know the advantage that it carries. The reason why I say that as a person, you represent a certain brand, it is because a lot of people have created social media to become their stores. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. A lot of sellers are online. When I say that as a person you represent a brand, I mean that the ideas in your head, they manifest into a physical world. When you say that you are a seller, the first thing I will do as a consumer, I will go through your profile to check if there are some things that I can find on your profile. So if I go through a profile and all I find is a bunch of unuseful posts, then definitely I will immediately withdraw from wanting to buy anything from you in the future. If I am an investor, and the first thing that I will do is do research, and the first place to find some useful information about a person is through their social media account. So if your accounts they hold information that is not good for you, so if your social media accounts hold information that do not represent you as a brand, I will immediately withdraw my sponsorship application from you. So guys, social media is a great tool. It depends on how you use it. It's either you use it to your advantage, or it is either you use it to destroy yourself, or even destroy your image, your brand, and what your brand stands for. So how you use social media affects you as a person. I feel like if you're not using social media to your advantage, I feel like if you're not seeing the potential that your social media account could have on you, then I am afraid you are heading for disaster. Not every post is worthy to be shared. Not everything is worthy to be posted about. Not every topic is worthy to be on your timeline. Like what you post on your timeline, I feel like that is your true reflection. Oh yes, the posts that you share on social media, they reflect you as a person, because that is your mind representing itself, because that is your mind believing that that idea, it is okay for you to share. That's why I always make sure that everything that I share on social media represents my brand and what I stand for, so that whenever I may meet a potential client and they will say, what's your social media account, or what's your Twitter handle, your Instagram handle, or what's your YouTube channel, I'll be more than happy to give it to them, because I will know that when they will go through my social media account, they will find all the relevant information needed for them to have. I would say that let's use social media as a tool to elevate ourselves. Let's use social media as a tool to create potential for ourselves. Let's use social media as a tool to create opportunities for ourselves. Let's not use social media as a tool to escape boredom. Let's not use social media as a tool to just kill time. So if your profile is not in good use, I would say that update it, even if it means creating a new profile, a profile that would represent you as a brand, a profile that could represent you as a person. We all have dreams, we all have talents. You may be a singer, you may be a musician. I would say that share posts that are related within your niche. I would say that post about something that is positive, rather than dwelling on the negative, rather than dwelling on topics that are irrelevant. Like a lot of investors, a lot of potential clients, a lot of employers, they are on social media. So how you advertise yourself says a lot about you. How you put yourself out there in the world is very crucial, especially if you want to see success within your midst. Like you may never know that a potential client, a potential sponsor, like a potential employer could be on your friends list. They could be watching each and everything that you post about. So I would say that start elevating yourself, start taking yourself seriously, not just as a person, but also as a brand. I feel like your personal image, it is important. So I would say that start representing yourself in the way that you would like to be represented. A lot of people are getting paid for doing what they love through social media. I would say that maybe you are the one who's withholding yourself from living the life that you've always wanted. I would say that start using social media as a tool that is going to elevate you. Start using social media as a tool that is going to take you into the next level in terms of life. Why I say that it is important to have a clean profile. The reason why I say that it is important to have a profile that represents you as a person, that represents you as a personal brand, that represents you as a brand, such as a company or a business. I would say that there are many social media profiles that are used to apply for jobs, such as LinkedIn. I also have a profile on LinkedIn. I feel like a lot of people use social media to their advantage. I feel like if you're a person who knows what they want out of life, I feel like your social media account would definitely represent what you stand for, because the things you post, they say a lot about you. So I would say that be careful on what you share on social media, because there are a lot of people who are watching. There are a lot of people who are watching, and some of those people could be people that could be interested in helping you, and some of those people could be your destiny helpers. So the moment they see a post that is irrelevant, the moment they will lose interest. That's why there are people called followers. The reason why those people follow you, it is because they love your content. The reason why those people follow you, it is because you aspire them. In the reason why other people follow you, it is because you aspire them. The reason why other people follow you, it is because they are interested in the niche that you are currently in. So I would say that as a content creator, as a person who represents a certain brand, I would say that what you share on social media should always be a reflection of what you believe in. It should always be a reflection of what you stand for. Do not share posts that are irrelevant. Do not share posts that are not related to your niche. If you like nature, share posts that are solely based on nature. If you like modeling, like post your modeling photo. So that's why I'm stating that the way you see social media should start changing today. You should see social media as a tool to advertise yourself. I would say that you should use your social media accounts as your resume. Oh, yes, in that way, you will start removing all those things that are irrelevant. In that way, you will start removing all those things that add no value into your social media account. So that's why it is important to use all your social media accounts as your resume, something that you stand for, something that you represent, because you may never know who's watching. By living in a digitalized world where everything works via the internet, we now we now apply for jobs through the internet. You can now apply for a job using your Facebook account, using your LinkedIn account. So that should tell you something, that your social media profile is your resume. You no longer have to apply on paper, but guys, we are applying in a very advanced and modernized way. I would say that the way you approach certain things, it should be different. It should be thought through. Don't just post anything because you feel like you're in the mood to post such things. If you feel like your social media accounts need no re-evaluation, then fine, this video is not for you. This video is for people who feel like I, as a person, represents a certain brand. This video is for people who feel like, you know what, my social media accounts, they are my resume. They are a tool that I'm gonna use as an opportunity to represent myself. I believe that no sane person would want to invest in something that will not produce revenue. So I believe that as a person, you should use social media in a great tool. I believe that as a person, what you say, what you post, what you share, it represents you as an individual, as an individual. So guys, don't just watch this video. I would say that share it so that others can also be inspired just like you were. I would say that like, support, go to my YouTube channel, please subscribe, and please watch my other videos. And I'm telling you, your life will never be the same again. Follow me on all my social media profiles